Hey everybody, we want to talk just briefly about 5 and 10-day experiences and the power of them. You'll find that these are an integral piece to your business, and it's something that literally my entire business, entire organization has been built based upon people experiencing our products. Would you agree with that, Celia?
I would so agree with it.
So tell us a little bit, I don't know, do you send a lot of these out? Do people generally just get started right away, or are they wanting to experience the product first? And
so here's what I've noticed is that people have questions, what is the best flavor? What is the best way to get started? And truly, they want to try a sample of the product before they begin on their journey or before they begin on their business. So it is crucial to get a couple different flavors. This is why we do like the experience pack. When you do come in with an experience pack, you get 3 different flavors so that they can try the different Maxes or OS products, and so that they can really feel the difference between the different products. So I always keep on hand a minimum of 4 different flavors. That's just my personal preference. And so that you can send those out so that they can try different flavors and get used to the products. So I would say that before anyone's really purchased from my customer base, they've tried a 5-day or a 10-day.
On occasion, you'll have somebody that's just ready to go and they enroll with an experience pack as a promoter without ever tasting the product. That's what I actually did.
I did too.
That's what Celia did. So you love those people, right? However, the whole purpose behind a 5-day is just to give somebody an entry point, because it's easy to enter at a $35 cost for 5 samples of our product than it is to enter at, $130 or at $1,000 for an experience pack. So like the goal with this is just to get ketones into their body so that they can have an experience with the product and so that you can help them be successful. So step number 1 is just asking them, hey, do you want to do a 5 or a 10-day experience? And I always ask the question because it gives them a choice. And now they get to choose. If you just offer them a 5 or if you just offer them a 10, their choice is, yes, I want it, or no, I don't. If you offer them 5 or 10, now their choice is 5 or 10. No isn't one of those choices. So psychology there works really, really well. And then you can charge however, whatever works for you. Generally, I charge $35 for a 5-day. If I'm going to ship it, I'll charge a little bit more, maybe $40 for shipping. And then that way you're covering the cost of your product. And what you're doing is reinvesting that into more samples. Julia says she always wants to have a minimum of 4 boxes on hand. Like as you start to ramp this up, as you start to pique more interest, create more curiosity, you're going to be going through that product so fast. You want to make sure that you have a lot of boxes on ship. And that's all going to be covered as a result a quick investment in your business, but then it keeps funding itself. So it's not like a recurring monthly charge. So Celia, when you send these out, how do you set people up for success when they're getting this in the mail?
So what I do is we do have a keto hacker guide, which is in the download. So if you go into your back office and you click on that little home button, you're actually going to see something called the downloads. If you have not yet checked it, definitely check it. It has all your resources, how to set up your wallet, as well as how to get started, and also how to do a 5 or 10-day. So inside of that keto hacker guide, it is going to run them through that. Now, I like to personally write a thank you note or send off a pre-printed thank you note and welcome to your 5 or 10-day. There is a sample of this inside of the group. If you are not inside of the group, go ahead and add yourself in, or just use that download. The download is perfect. Just write a little thank you card. Hey, you can get it at Home Goods, whatever. Hey, so glad you're trying this out. Connect back with me and let me know how you feel and let me know how you love it. When you say let me know how you love it, you're priming them to actually have a really good experience. So when people see those positive words, it's actually going to help them to have an even better experience. So what we do is we actually just put it in an envelope. You can get really fun envelopes on Amazon. You just want to get the bubble mailers. I do pink. You can do blue. You can do metallic. Whatever your flavor is, whatever you got going on, you just put it in one of these guys. And then you can print off labels off of, stamps.com. So if you do all your printing yourself, PayPal also does an option. Otherwise, I actually address my own, and these are actually name badges, but I just had to find something. But just address where it's going to, and then just put it in the mail. It's literally that simple.
So easy. So as those are going in the mail, the mechanics of it, you can figure out, just go to the post office and mail it. But when it's in the mail, or when you're dropping it off to them, maybe you're at like deliver it at their house, or you're meeting in a parking lot somewhere doing a keto crack deal. However it is, now you want to set up expectations, right? So now I'm saying to them, hey, I'm so excited for you to experience the different flavors. The purpose of this 5 or 10 day experience is for you to basically pick your favorite, like, because you want to drink this for the next 30, 60, 90 days at least to see amazing results. People may, I use these words, some people may experience. So you're setting an expectation, but you're not making it that like they have to have that expectation, right? Because some people will drink it in an hour. They're going to feel like a different human being. Other people, it might take 5 days. It might take 10 days. It might take 2 weeks before they really, like, the ketones start to work in their body. Everybody's metabolism is at a different spot. So the way that you set them up for success is having them look at it as a flavor experience, and then setting the expectation of, you may experience more energy. You might feel a little bit more focused. You might even sleep better at night. And you just, like, overall, like, you might be in a better mood. So if you notice some of those things, and you might even notice that you're not as hungry, that's a normal thing. Everybody's a little bit different though. So I'd love to just stay in touch with you and see how it's going. And then they get it in the mail. If you're mailing it, say, hey, shoot me a text right when you get it. Take a selfie of it. Here's a little hack for the 5 day experience. See if they're open to taking a selfie with the product that you just sent them, and then posting it on Facebook and tagging you in it. Because if they post that on Facebook and say, super excited to start my 5 day experience, thank you so much, Celia, for sending it to me, all of a sudden they're going to have friends that are like, what are you doing? What is that? How do you get more? And now you're helping them follow up. You're even planting the seeds for them to start sharing it with their friends, even though they haven't even had their first sample yet. So that's just a little tip. Now, as far as follow up during the 5 day experience, Celia, what do you generally do? How are you communicating with them?
So usually, typically, they'll message me. I always say, message me when you get your product. That is like the first thing that I tell them after they send the money and they're ready to go. I do a lot of my business online, not in person. So I'm always like, hey, message me as soon as you get your product. So they're usually going to say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I was stocking my mailbox, and today I got this like beautiful pink package or whatever it is. And I can't wait to try it. Which one do I use first, and how do I do it? And so I always tell them, the directions are in there. However, I would love to help you, guide you along how to take it. So I tell them, here's the recipes. I send them over some recipes. You can find those in any of the groups, Better with Ketones, Keto Babes. I believe they're even on the website, aren't they, Nick? The recipes? Yeah, they're inside of the guide. And I tell them how to mix it up. And then I say, hey, touch base with me in like a couple hours. Let me know how you feel. And from there, it just kind of creates this natural follow-up process where they're like, oh my gosh, I felt so, so good. I really, really liked the raspberry lemonade flavor. I can't wait to try the other flavors. And I'm like, if you really, really love it, you don't want to run out of product. So one thing you can do is place your order now, so that when you are done with your experience, you're going to have a box waiting for you, so that you don't have to go a couple days without it. And I say, a lot of times in the past, I didn't do that. I forgot to warn people, like, naughty me. I forgot to warn people, and they ran out, and they were like, oh my gosh, I need this so bad. And then we have to go on a crazy witch hunt to go find them some ketones that are in the area. So instead of running out of your ketones, which you don't want to do, you can stay plugged in and feeling good by ordering your product on day one. That's
so true. And this is also where you start to plant the seeds. Like, you just start asking them the question, hey, do you think you want to join us as a customer or become a promoter? And if you're not asking that question, you're missing a link, because a lot of people don't even know that that's an option for them. They're maybe not thinking, oh, I could go and do this. But the reality is, if they made that post on Facebook, they probably have friends that are interested. And as they're drinking it, they're probably thinking, oh my gosh, my mom would benefit from this. My neighbor, like, they would absolutely love this. Or my sister, she's been struggling to lose that baby weight. Like, and now maybe this would help her with that. So putting that out there, hey, we have the ability for you to earn free product as a preferred, like as a Smart Chip customer. You're going to be able to refer a couple people, earn it for free. We have a rewards plan that will help reward you just for sharing this. And we have an amazing community that you get to be part of. And this is also where that connect comes back in, because as they're doing that 5 day, 10 day experience, you want them to be able to connect with you and connect with somebody else, get a third party to validate and to share their story and their experience. That's going to help with the follow-up on the 5 day. So at the end of the day, your success in this business results in two things. Number one, how many people watch the campfire video as a result of you? Number two, how many people drank a sample as a result of you? Like that, the speed at which you do that is the speed at which your business will grow. The more people that have watched the video and have drank ketones, the more people that are going to be excited and basically start sharing this conversation and join your community. Anything else to add, Celia?
I think that's it. Like, keep it very simple, keep it fun, and also don't forget to follow up. It is so important because a lot of times people will, drink two packets of the OS orange and they're like, oh my gosh, it was so much energy. So it's really about keeping in touch. I actually had that happen when I first became a promoter back in the day. And we really want people to have the best experience. So it's about keeping up with them and just kind of, keeping that follow-up and that communication going. And then the connection piece is the most important piece in your business. Like, we cannot say this enough. If your people have questions and you're trying to answer all the questions, like, it's so much easier to connect them with someone else who is in your team, is in your upline, is your sideline, whoever it may be, who you feel that they would resonate best with. Connect them in and watch the magic happen. I think there's always something to learn from doing a 3-way call or a 3-way message thread. And I just know from experience, I still use Nick all the time. Like, whenever I have a question or, just connecting anybody, I always use Nick because it's always that third party validation and I want them to see the community. So that's really all there is to it.
Awesome. All right, guys, have an amazing day. Great chatting with you.